it's Thomas Garlic 11 for my yearly update to my LEGO model mechs from Xenoblade X, which is now finally getting a new release so everyone can experience the greatest game ever made. This is the Formula Unicorn, a custom high-mobility Formula Skell with the leg armor of a Layla, color scheme of the Unicorn Gundam, and a lot of extra weapons. For scale, here's the minifigure of Uni next to it. Starting with a turnaround, this is based on the main Skell that I used in Xenoblade X, an evasion build formula meant to look like the Unicorn Gundam. To better represent that, I gave it a lot of extra thrusters and fuel tanks to look more like a high mobility variant, and then also the Unicorn's gatling shield. It does have some posability, but because of its size, it's hard to actually move the parts around and put it into poses. I could do it, it's just a bit annoying, so I'm not going to bother doing that and then have to correct it again, putting it back into regular standing position. Taking off most of the weapons, here's just the mech mostly by itself. Side skirt and angling up the wings gives it a cool X silhouette, kind of like the Strike Gundam. So the frame is all Technic with the armor layered up over it, except for the feet, which are a mix of Technic and regular pieces to give it that nice claw look while still maintaining stability. These pipes in the back also add support while being movable for when bending the legs. The legs can probably bend about halfway, I think. And then on the inside of some of the armor, I put the extra thrusters that I was talking about before, including on the side skirt armor. I gave the ankle armor a bit more there than it normally would have, based a bit more on the ankle armor of the formula. We've got the feet of the formula, and then the legs of the Layla. That would be because I've mentioned a bunch of times in my Gunpla reviews, but I just really love mech designs that have long side skirts. The formula already has side skirting, but the Layla has them much longer, and also just has nicer, sleek-looking armor on the front of it, or layered, I guess, flatter armor on the front of it compared to the more rounded ones that the formula has on its leg armor, so I just like that better, so I want to give it the Layla legs to go with the rest of the formula because it just felt like it fit better. And this way it has more of a thicker, more balanced silhouette instead of being a bit more top-heavy like the formula normally looks like. And then I've also got just very small spare missiles on the legs. That was another idea taken from the Unicorn Gundam. Over here we've got some thermal cracker spare weapons. On the arm is a minigun and some extra beam missiles. The main sidearm is a beam rifle. And there's definitely no transforming function to this, but I have the wheels on the back. And the fuel tanks. Also, the other sidearm back here is just a generic shotgun based on the build that this is originally from, where I just had a shotgun weapon as a stat stick for its traits. I think it came with both potential boost and potential up on it. Now for a look at the rest of the weapons, we got Beamsaber. The handle is still in the hand over here. Chaingun shoulder weapon. Zweihand quarterer gravity swords, one of the super weapons. I think these pieces are from an old Exoforce set. Pod of scatter missiles. The Unicorn Gundam Gatling shield. Not a perfect replica of what the Unicorn uses, but it was the closest that I could get with this bionicle shield piece I was using. One of my favorite weapons in the game, drones and their dock. I really love how these are just funnels from Gundam. The Gatling that kind of works. The gears don't align perfectly, so you have to press in on it a bit, but it does rotate like it's firing. And the last weapon, the MX Beam Sniper. I love the animation of this for how it folds out, so I built it to do that. When the song calls for I need a bigger gun, this is what you bring out. Or you bring out one of the even bigger guns with the super weapons. Because those things are like 3 times the size of this. So that's my LEGO model Formula Skell. Let me know what your favorite part of it was, and if you want to see more, I've got another model Skell video next week, so stay tuned for that. If you're watching from a later point, you can already find that video and all my LEGO Xenoblade character figures in the playlist on the left. So see you on Mirror soon when the best open world game ever finally returns.